Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bulls will put total leather to crank us up. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense.
Trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was.
Job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Bulls offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Leaves it with the back. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Carson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hubbard. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback keeper. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown.
He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got the quick pass. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pass on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bulls will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Leaves it with the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hubbard. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bulls decide to punt it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Reads it, fires complete. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
They go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Hubbard. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. But jet sweep pass. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return.
Man, what a big play for the offense. Offense, you get close to that goal line, man, the eyes get big. I'm going to make sure I get in the end zone. And you lose concentration for one little second. The defense continues to fight, continues to hustle, and you have a bad turnover when you had a ball in position to score some daggum points.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Now on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He's loose down the left side. He's at the touchdown Longhorns. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Works the middle.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's complete to the left. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Down. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that early. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Oh, better look out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Makes the catch. Hits the accelerator to the right. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Throwing right. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. To the ground with the back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quarterback on the keeper. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Bulls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Might as well give it to him again. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Going to the run. It's Lemon. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Well, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Hunt is on its way. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Throws to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got his man out of the backfield. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The sure hands, it's Larson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Bulls will punt this one away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Texas offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
This time he's got it. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
The Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. On the ground, it's Larson. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly out for the tight end. Got room at the 35. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
There he goes! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. Give to the single back. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
13.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
2nd down.
The give and tick, 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 tick. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. With the clock running, this should be the final play. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them.